You may be watching or listening to this right now from the comfort of your own home, either in the evening after a long day of work or in the morning to start your day off with a bit of scriptural inspiration. Perhaps you're lounging in your softest, well-worn pair of sweatpants or swaddled in a roomy bathrobe, whatever you put on or surround yourself with to enjoy the feeling of comfort. There are likely other elements of your home environment that make you feel not only comfortable, but secure as well. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if next to your front door is a screen with a keypad that controls your home security system. Hidden cameras, motion-controlled lights, app integration with your cell phone, tangible symbols of protection that will likely help you sleep that much more soundly. If you live in an apartment or a condo, you may rely on the vigilance of front desk staff to give you peace of mind. All of us seek protection from invasion and harm. Across time, geography, and cultures, humanity has voiced appeals to the divine for rescue. As contemporary believers, we've inherited a treasure trove of such prayers in the book of Psalms. And so it's fitting that in the season of Lent, we pause to explore a subset of these collections of poetic expressions of trust, especially in response to struggle. I find it meaningful to consider the presence of the Psalms in Jesus' own story, both where Jesus himself quotes from them or where other figures in his life draw on them in conversation with him. That said, let's consider Psalm 91 as it sets the stage for the beginning of our Lenten journey with Jesus in the wilderness. So the psalm begins, "You who live in the shelter of the Most High, who abide in the shadow of the Almighty, will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. For God will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. God will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. God's faithfulness is a shield and a buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, or the arrow that flies by day, or the pestilence that stalks in darkness, or the destruction that wastes at noonday." Today, many hold Psalm 91 dear to them as the soldier's prayer, as most branches of the U.S. Armed Forces carry these words with them in combat, either printed on bandanas that they wrap around their heads or written on paper and stuffed under their helmets. Now, our key verses are 11 through 12. It says, "For God will command the angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, so that you will not dash your foot against a stone." Sound familiar? As I turn to and read from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 4, you'll see where this is going. Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. He fasted 40 days and 40 nights, and afterward he was famished. The tempter came to him and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread." But Jesus answered, "It is written, one does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and placed him on the pinnacle of the temple, saying to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down. For it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on their hands he will bear you up, and you will not dash your foot against a stone." Jesus said to him, "Again, it is written, 'Do not put the Lord your God to the test.'" Now, here in Matthew chapter 4, verse 6, the devil uses Jesus' own tradition to try to destroy him. Matthew's gospel understands the significance of Jesus as the one to whom the Psalms pointed, to the extent that the devil himself has to familiarize himself with Scripture in order to pose a credible threat. But as we know, the devil didn't succeed. Our passage ends again. The devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and all their glory. And he said to him, "All these I will give to you if you will fall down and worship me." Then Jesus said to him, "Away with you, Satan, for it is written, 'Worship the Lord your God and serve only him.'" Then the devil left him, and suddenly angels came and waited on him. Whatever forms that dangers may take for us, be they from outside forces like armed intrusion and conflict or natural disasters, or from within us due to illnesses or despair, the same God who sent angels to wait on Jesus in the desert is the God who will hear our cries for help and strengthen us for what lies ahead. And as you journey through Lent, take heart, for God is with you. Keep the faith.